Yeah, hi. It's the 23rd of February at around about 5:15 p.m. Uh, Before I begin, I'm in the camp of mgtow that are individual men going their own way. We're all doing our own thing. What Kurt 2022 might be doing is different to what I'm doing, which is different again to what somebody else is doing. I'm not in the group of men all going the same direction as a group, like an army. No, I'm just an individual guy, and the reason for that is that's how I perceived it when I first came across the movement, and also I've been bitten by a narc. Okay, um, and that's my representation, or the way I think of a narc, a slimy, horrible green creature. That's actually a image, not a very good one, of Abe's Exodus. Um, and they're just slimy, horrible, and they try and jab you. They've got a jabber in them, and they pump poison into you. Uh, and that's and the idea is to paralyse you and destroy you. And then I reckon they just set the whole nest onto you. I think it's just sort of they're like cockroaches. Okay, so that they get and they can relate. They can reach out to other narcs, and the other narcs turn on you particularly when you're down. This one's just jabbed you, and the others will get in there, jab, 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 and they don't give a shit. Okay, so that's how I see them. So for those of you who haven't been in that situation, you haven't been fucked over, you haven't been taken to the cleaners by family court or whatever else, that's a way to visualise it. That's what we've been attacked by, and that's what we're focused on. For those of you who have been attacked, there you go. There's something to keep you awake at night. But that's just the way I see it. All right, it's just a narc is short for narcissist, and that's the way I see them. Yeah, narc jab. They've poisoned you. Captain Bob is going through it at the moment. They've got him. He's really copped a bad bite. He was telling me this morning that he gets so tense, or he was getting so tense, that he had to pry his mouth open with his hands. And I was never that bad, but that's pretty bad. And also he's sleeping in the fetal position. The thing is about it is it's hard to sort of reconcile, because you think, well, it's a human. It's not like if you were bitten by a creature like that, it'd be better, because you think, right, I was bitten by the fucker. Yeah, I took a photo of it. Yeah, that's what bit me. Yeah, and I'm like this, and you go, yeah, fair enough. But the thing is, you weren't bitten by a creature like that. You were bitten by a woman and her friends, and yep, but it's the same effect. But you can't actually relate to that. All right, so women cop it too. You've got male narcs like that. Sorry, but this is a mgtow channel, so yeah, it's you guys have been hit by a woman, but yeah, no, it goes the other way as well. There are a lot of male narcs out there that are just as nasty. Okay, so it's not all one way. Yeah, but anyway, I mean it's the channel that I've set up is really to cater to people who have been bitten by one of these mongrels. All right, and I cater for people who are in, say, Captain Bob's situation, where it's just happened, it's raw and he's just been hit, to all the way down to 4, 3, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years into the distance, where people are in the recovery phase, and your needs change as you go from the bite to recovery. This is also the reason for my friendly club, for guys 2, 3, 4 years down the track who want a bit of normalisation, who maybe want to dip their toe in the water with women again, but not be in a one-on-one, in physical proximity with them, or may not be able to afford it. Now, that's another issue. If this is something you can do, you can go to your computer, you can have a drink, have a cup of coffee and a piece of cake, have a drink at a meal, glass of wine and a meal, or whatever, a bottle of wine and a meal, whatever, and you talk with somebody on Skype who are doing the same thing. Yeah, no sex involved. It's not a sex site. It's not a dating site. It's not a romance site. It's a company site, a companion site. Look, you might do it once a month or once a week. as you get better, you might do it more often. But I mean, it depends on your earning capacity and what have you. But it's just someone to look. You might just upload some pics and talk about that over the meal. Of what you do, of your local area, or of your garden, or any hobbies you have, your pets, children, whatever you like. That's the idea of it. But it's to establish a friendship with a third world woman, basically, mostly Filipino at this stage. I'm trying to get. It's not easy to find them. I'm looking for people that'll be good with guys like mgtow, because we don't want to be fucked over anymore. We've been fucked over enough. I will say though that if you're lucky enough to recover and you haven't suicided, you haven't, you're not letting your health fade, you're managing to get up. The big advantage of the recovery phase is narc bites don't bother you anymore. Like I got one yesterday, which would have ordinarily upset me, and she thought I'd be, you're mad, aren't you? You're upset. No, I couldn't give a fuck about you, to be honest. I've even forgotten her name. It's just, yep, we did something, and I sent her some money and that sort of thing. She didn't perform. Yep, bang, gone. Money, it just cut off, absolutely. Yeah, and then I just modify the way I do things from then on. I have no emotion whatsoever. I think she was quite upset that I wasn't upset, but that's how it is. And I'm like that with all, because they try to hurt you. They try to, they say narcs leave you either mad or sad. And that happens because that's what they try to do to you. They either try to make you mad or sad. All right? That's how they operate. But so if that no longer works, it threatens them because they what's happened to their power. They can do it for everybody else. Why can't they do it for you? Yeah, so they'll block you, so they don't want to know you, because you are a threat, right? And Captain Bob will realise this as he comes out of it. Yeah, they won't be able to touch him. Anybody who comes out of this, they won't be able to touch you. No. And that's what. And I think I talk to a lot of MGTOWs. No, don't want anything to do with women. And really, you've got nothing to fear. Oh yeah, they might take you for a few bucks. That they always do that, but it won't bother you. And particularly online, that you're gone. You just forget them so quickly, so fast. Yep. And you still have fun, you still like them and that sort of thing. But if they fuck you around, gone. I'm serious. It's that quick. It's a narc barb, from say a comment or something like that. They come in comments as well. I don't get a lot. It lasts 5 or 6 seconds. The poison. If it gets you, it just pisses you off for a little bit, but then someone will say something decent, you forget about it. You just forget them. And that's what happens. You just learn they just don't exist. You just look straight through them. Oh, you wouldn't believe the number of people, I don't even look at them. I just look straight through them and don't even talk to them. No interest. I don't care. And people can say things to me, oh, you're a bit aloof, aren't you? No, yep, so what? That's your fucking problem. Okay, so that is an advantage. But it's I can tell you, it gets very tired there for guys in this situation. Particularly in the first couple of years, it's bad. All right, and you go down, 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 down. And this is where I came up with the idea for Friendly Club, and I was right at the depths of it. I thought, shit, it'd be really handy to have a service where I could just have a drink with somebody, or maybe Sunday lunch, feel a bit normal, because I was drinking too much and that sort of thing. I'm in a different place now, but I still like it. I'd still enjoy it, cooking and having a glass of wine, and it's almost like cooking a barbecue, while you're chatting and listening to some music and whatever. Yeah, that'll do me. Yeah, it's not for if you want physical company, but that may be for people MGTOW in our situation. Maybe that's the next step. You get physical company in some way. But if you've been bitten badly, yeah, you've got a couple of choices. You can either have nothing to do with women, which is perfectly understandable, or you could have a virtual relationship online, or you could go the full hog and have a real relationship. There are your three choices. Okay, so maybe what I'm suggesting with this is an in-between step. I don't know. We'll see how it goes anyway. It's very, very early days. I'm putting a link in the description. You can have a look at it. It's not ready to go yet. I haven't got anybody to service you, but if you're interested, you can have a look and just get the idea of it. But yeah, if you're in my position, and I'm basically a hermit, but you want to keep socialising, which I do online. Probably socially, it's unusual, because when I first started this, I thought, oh, how the hell am I going to do this? I don't believe it's possible, and because it's totally antisocial. Am I going to be able to handle the stigma of it, one of it? I probably have to say I've become the most social ever. I talk to more people now than I ever have. And if I spoke to this many people in real life, I just don't know where to fit them all. They wouldn't fit in here, for example. But yeah, I go from one to the next. I talk to a lot of people. It's very, very social. But I'll stress this, and I think this is really what's making a big difference here. I've created a non-toxic environment. All right, the people here are very good people. They're very calming people, and I'm trying to attract women of the same ilk. But it's non-toxic. I'm not going to sit here and go off about how bad women are or how bad the system is or anything else. I believe that's toxic, okay? And it's introducing toxins into a good environment, a clean environment. And what I'm getting to thinking is, now that I'm in a non-toxic environment, I'm growing. And it just feels like I'm a plant taken from toxic soil, put in good soil, and I can feel it. I'm growing. I'm thriving. So that I think is helping as well. But that's the whole point of this whole channel. That's what I'm trying to do. But the takeaway from this video is, yeah, that's those bastards. Yeah, they bite, and they bite hard. Okay, so if you're talking to somebody that's been bitten, yeah, it's hard for them to describe, and it's not light. Okay, it's, as Bob said, he had to pry. I've never heard of that. Pry his mouth open. That sounds like he's been injected with some sort of poison, doesn't it? Really, that's pretty bad. Very bad, actually. Not pretty, very bad. I never got anything like that. It was bad. And the other thing I'll just say in closing is, he's in a bad position because his children are 6 and 9. Okay. Mine were, the youngest was, I think, 12 or 13, or 12 at that stage. Okay, so they'd grown, they'd passed out of that childhood phase. His wife's actually, with Bob, Captain Bob, couldn't have hit him at a worse time, so he's copped. He's going to, probably not see his children. That's killing him. And it'll get worse. So, yeah, that's it. I'm getting a bit better now, because my youngest daughter is, she's 16 now, so... 17. So, childhood's gone, finished. I can move on. Yeah, but that's there's a lot to it, but that's what's happening with us. All right, it's those bastards. Anyway, thanks for listening to me. Talk later. Bye.